Hello YouTube. I'm back ever so long too. I see you jumped ahead a little bit, but I'm basically in the exact same area you was started. Yep. And was okay. On the mini map to your left, you see the two red dots and a star. The star leads to a chest here. Get a medicine, which I think restores HP. And red leads to an enemy. And it is really hard to do. If you attack the enemy while they're unaware of you, you're getting an advantage. But they attack you, like you just did, you'll get an advantage. But only if you're not looking at them when it happens.
Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
No.
Okay. Then I want you to defeat the enemy before you. Try you. Take the enemy down.
You press triangle, and your base party will just spam the attack option over and over. It's pretty useful early on. For like actually doing the fight yourself. And the soul snuff restores your SP. It's incredibly valuable. In fact, it could be whether or not you win some of the missions later on. At least for me.
Now's a good time for me to explain about attack properties, which are important to consider during battle. Do you want... Nearly every type of attack is associated with a particular property. For example, swords can be used to do slash attacks, while bows are used to do pierce attacks. Skills, on the other hand, have different properties. Bufu, for instance, indicates an ice attack. Now, most enemies are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. In other words, they have weaknesses. A fire skill will deal greater damage to an enemy that's weak against fire. With my power, I can analyze an enemy to determine its weaknesses and strengths. That falls under tactics. Do you follow? The enemies you're facing have a weakness that you can exploit. Why don't you give it a try?
Tactics in this game is worthless. Because the only time you really need to use it is when you're going against a boss, and then it doesn't even work. And these guys are weak to fire and strike attacks. No, apparently not. But I know for a fact they're weak to fire. It doesn't even matter if you use that because they have such huge HP.
You attacked the enemy's weak point. Last one. This thing won't give up. The enemy has recovered. Good, Iori.
Here's a chance. Let's get
This is really fun, but really messed up thing you can do. When all the enemies are knocked down, you can basically just bum rush them and beat the crap out of them. Alright, let's explore a little more. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this, because I'm pretty sure nobody wants to see me going through each and every floor over and over to level up, go against the bosses. I probably just want to go against the floors once, so you can see the floor and enemies in that floor, and then just skip ahead to end the month so the boss fight happens. Those seem being the most
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weakness in the last battle? If you didn't already notice, doing so will also grant you an additional attack. Would you like more details? An enemy will lose its balance if you exploit its weakness or land a critical hit. This will give you the opportunity to perform an additional action. In other words, you'll get to do one more thing. You can keep attacking the same enemy, or if you prefer, attack a different target. And if you succeed in knocking another enemy off balance, then you can act yet again, which means you can remain on the offensive for as long as you can keep this up. This strategy is essential to securing victory. However, remember this. An enemy that's already lost its balance cannot be knocked off balance again. You can't knock down someone who's lying on the ground, right? It's the same idea. Now, to knock an enemy off balance, you need to know its weaknesses. So don't hesitate to ask me for an analysis. I'll be sure to share the results with the others as well. Got it? Then proceed with the battle. Use what you've learned to quickly dispose of the enemy.
Oh, yeah. Where's this? I don't want them to actually. And something new you can do in Persona that you couldn't do in the older ones. Before, they do whatever they want, and that can kind of suck if they use a skill that the monster is resistant against. It didn't work in the enemy's favor, and they get extra turns.
A wisely chosen attack.
Here's our chance. Let's get him.
Like later in the game, you get this other party member who's like a cyborg, and she's weak to electricity. And I forgot to change her setting. And when you get a boss that uses electricity, and he would attack her, destroy her instantly, and we just get destroyed. Right here, you get a chance to get either a new persona, or kind of item, or just another effect. And on the right, you see persona. Middle, I think at the middle gives you like SP boost, and the left gives you restores your health. We're gonna try to go get persona, the pixie. Okay, got it. Dia restores HP, which is very viable, and Patra, I think, cures confusion and fear. That's it for this area. No, I actually don't like being bothered by. I don't like doing that action with other party members. I'm just going to change their tactics back to the way they were.
There is a better way. You can perform an all-out attack. When enemies are thrown and all your whether or not, but remember, so if you want, that's all you. Then, that concludes the basics of battle. Shadows become strong. There may be this battle. Attack again. Nice.
It's critical.
A wisely chosen attack.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's how most fights go.
Attack again.
After you figure out what enemy's weak against, you just spam that attack on all of them and get a all-out attack.
The enemy is
Here's our
vulnerable.
chance. Let's get him.
Sucks when the enemy does it to you though. Really sucks. Oh yeah, if I didn't already say this already, if your main character dies, you lose. So it leads to some kind of discrimination where you won't necessarily heal other party members if your character is on the verge of dying. Which makes sense to me. You're not doing any good healing someone else if your main character dies immediately after. Which also reminds me that in this game there's this entity known as Death. And it's the Grim Reaper basically. With the Grim Reaper, if it listened to heavy metal and had guns, and it will appear if you spend too long in like floors without changing an area, and it can kill you pretty much instantly, even like high powered in the game. So I probably won't fight him ever. I actually beat him once, but I was using cheats just to see what would happen if you did beat him, and I don't remember what happened. You can split up your party so they can go do other things, like find items and kill other shadows, and it's very useful to use if you ever get like found by the Grim Reaper.
Spread out and proceed individually.
Because then he'll focus on murdering one of them, and you can escape.
Okay.
But yeah, if you run to the Grim Reaper, and you'll know it, because when characters say like, I sense death, run. Forget fighting shadows, forget everything else, just run. And that was my brother in the background. You know, I told him I was going to be recording this video.
Welcome back. So, how was it? I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
Wow, I never knew I had that kind of power. But damn, I'm beat.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry, though. You'll adapt. But I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected. At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
And so we're rank 2 now. So if we create a full persona, it gets additional 2 levels. Also, won't be showing off the social link things in the game to do, like going out with the girls, increasing theirs, because they're pretty fun and you probably just want to experience something by yourself, at least for the first time. I will at least probably say what you have to do to get to this album. Like, you can go out with Yukari, but you have to have your charm level to like maxed out. And you can go out with Mitsuri, but you have your academics maxed out. And this girl who later replaces Mitsuru is the character who does this stuff. And later in the game, you have to have your courage maxed out. But I don't know why. It didn't fit her character at all. And let's go here. Because now we can fuse personas. You can also go on dates with her, but I'm not sure where they end up. Alright, so we have the normal spread and triangle spread. Normal spread, you just kind of do this, and you can see what persona you're going to get, and the result is. When you do, they get the skills, some skills from the old personas, and a few new ones. And personas that you can't use because your PLB or player level is lower than their level will appear darkened. And I really want to get this one because I like the Justice Arcana, and it's the easiest to evolve. One of them. I'll wait there. So yeah, we can't get him because we're out of level. So I'll probably farm in Tartarus or tartar sauce, whatever, so I can actually get some stronger persona early in the game because they're worth it. Now you don't want to use Orpheus yet, because if you do, he'll be gone forever, I believe. Later in the game, you can register persona, and it'll allow you to to buy back them if you ever abuse them and lose them, and it's pretty useful. I'm not sure if he's by default added to that. I'm not gonna use it anyway. Not sure there's anything left to do. Select them. I think we can go in there. Oh. Okay. I expected as much. It's been 18 minutes so far. I'm not gonna make this any longer than 25. He's the first person you talk to if you can't talk to anyone else. And he does the Magician Arcana, which can be pretty useful. But I kinda ignored him
concludes the
after I
main
was able
portion of today's
to get to
assembly.
the Justice Arcana.
Next, we'll hear a word from the student council. Please welcome the new president,
Now he
Mitsuru
just kinda,
Kirijo, from Class
goes to me
3D.
like, hey, we should
Thank
hang
you.
out. And I said, yeah.
So,
And I never
she
do.
did get elected. Well, I guess she is the most popular girl in school.
You can say that again. There's like some kind of aura around her. Besides, this school's owned by the Kirijo group, right?
As I begin my term as Student Council President, I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year. It is my firm belief that each of us must accept the responsibility of bettering our school. However, change cannot occur without sustained effort and an unprecedented level of commitment.
I think
That is why we must restructure our daily lives to accommodate this lofty goal.
Very much work
I'd like
going
each
on.
of you to dig
However,
deeply
you
into
gotta
your well of
spend
motivation
pretty much
and
all your
reevaluate
time
your convictions.
Studying.
To imagine a
or
bold new
going to the
future
library.
without losing sight of the realities
worth it.
around you.
It's a
That
pretty
is the
interesting
key.
story.
I'm
for
certain
character.
that many of you have your own visions of the future. For us to reap the full benefits of our education, your participation, ideas, and enthusiasm are essential. Thank you.
And you
Damn,
can't hang out
that was
with
freaking
Junpei
amazing.
as a guy,
So,
I believe,
do you have any idea
but
what you just said?
can as a girl.
Dude, you're such a rebel.
I want intelligence. I'm going to end it here because there's nothing really significant going on aside from the normal do things to the end of the month happens. So next video will be the boss fight. So if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and or subscribe. See you.